Ladies and gentlemen, my name is TotalBiscuit of CynicalBrit.com and YouTube.com/TotalHalibut, and I'm here with Sean Murray, one of the founders of Hello Games. This is the sequel to probably my favorite PSN title of all time. You remember this when I uploaded this at random on the channel. You guys really, really liked it. You actually begged me to do more of it. This is the sequel to, I believe, one of the most successful, but certainly one of the most critically acclaimed PSN titles. It is the one and only Joe Danger, and this is Joe Danger, the movie. So, Sean, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks. Good intro. I like that.
We're well practiced.
You're my new best friend.
There we go. That's a good way to start interviews, I tend to find. So tell me a little bit about Joe Danger, the movie.
So it's kind of the follow-up, like you said, but it's also supposed to be a very different game. So we wanted to take what I guess Joe Danger 1 was and change as much as we could about it while still keeping the kind of core gameplay. So the start of the game, Joe's gone to Hollywood, right? And he's on the set of like a large-scale, large-budget action Hollywood film. But it's kind of a crazy film because it's an amalgamation of every kind of movie that you've ever loved as a kid, hopefully.
Yeah.
It's a little bit crazy. It's got a lot of kind of craziness in there, so it's almost like a kid describing what a movie is.
What a movie is, exactly.
Dinosaurs, we've got robots, we've got time travel.
Yeah.
You know, we've got jetpacks, minecarts, skis, skidoos, hang gliders, parachutes, whatever.
Basically, this time around, you've really embraced the idea of multi-vehicle to the point where some of them barely even class as vehicles, but he's riding them anyway.
Yeah.
On various different sets. And you know what? I think the best way to actually demonstrate that is for us to play a little bit. And we're going to start with Minecraft. I said there'd be no Minecraft on my channel. We're going to play it anyway. A great name to start off with, and this one is actually in a minecart. So that's the minecart, as you can see. You've got your standard tilt functions from the last game, just as you had on the motorbike, but the controls they seem instantly familiar.
Yeah, of course, we would allow you to pull a wheelie in a minecart.
On a minecart, of course. Yeah. Why would you not do that?
And it had to have a booster.
Yeah. Always helps if I actually press forward. There we go.
So that's the director that you're going past, so you score big points if you pull tricks when you're going past him.
Yeah. Not an amazing score for that one. Let's try one of the other modes. So you do, as I said, you do have a lot of different modes here. This one's on skis, I believe.
Yeah, if you try the next one down.
Yeah.
Next one down from that. Let's try that.
Let's give it a shot. Okay, so this is lane switching. Let's give this one a shot.
So you're on a downhill slope. So as you go through the level, you're going to get faster and faster and faster.
Yep.
Kind of the idea with this game is that absolutely every level is going to introduce either a new environment or a new vehicle or a new gameplay type.
Yeah.
And then we kind of never use that again.
That's pretty cool. It's good to have variety. How many levels do you think the completest game's actually going to have? At a guess.
I have no idea. I mean, we've got about 50 at the moment. And I don't know. I think we'll end up with more than that. We're still very early in development.
Okay, let's give this one a try then. I like the fact that you managed to pick the ones that I have not practiced thus far, so I'm going to be terrible at this. There we go. Whoa. Okay.
And what you're looking for is the B button.
Yep. Watch them off there. In the last game, we did also have this little bit of road rash action going on right here, which I sadly miss. You know, I'd be okay if you guys got the rights to road rash and did it this style. I would be totally fine with that. Just want to be absolutely clear. These are, of course, nice and quick levels like the last one, but a lot of people get very perfectionist on this stuff.
We have a lot of longer levels, but for the sake of the demo, we're trying to show really short things because we've got so much to show people.
Nice quick one. Ice Ridge Race. Sounds fun. Let's give it a shot.
Okay, so this one, you've just snuck into a base in an earlier level, and now you've got to shut down these missiles before they launch.
Oh, nice. I appear to be going backwards. There we go.
Yeah, that's one of the things with skis is that you can actually go in reverse, so you can go backwards through levels.
Yep. Well, some country's going to get annihilated because I missed that one.
Looks like those missiles didn't get stopped from launching, but you still got to make your escape.
I do like the action hero thing that's going on right now. It's good vibe. I'm liking it a lot.
So this is quite a cool thing coming up.
Oh, you switch out to a snowmobile. Ah!
So we use that quite a lot. So as you unlock vehicles, you unlock little pickups throughout all the levels. So that could have easily been a jetpack, and then you would be able to actually fly off and take those guys out.
And as with the previous game, some of the harder levels, very much kind of trial and error. Try and learn from your mistakes as you go through. There we go, that's much better. Get some speed up on that. Combo up the wheelie as quick as we can. There we go.
Nice.
There we go. Not bad. Not a bad start, I think. I think I'm remembering my
top
danger.
of the charts.
This is just, well, I'd actually go as far as to say this is more fun than the original, and that takes a lot of doing, as that game was fantastic. What the hell? Jetpacks. Okay, this is getting better by the minute.
I love that you're playing this, having not played the tutorial. This should be fun to watch.
What's a tutorial?
So the cool thing is that even though we've got a lot of different vehicles, they all handle differently. They all map to the same controls. So boost is always boost, accelerate's always accelerate.
Yeah.
You don't have to spend ages in tutorial,
Yeah,
but you probably could have done with learning a few things before this.
I'm thinking so. I'm controlling this like an absolute idiot, but it's fun, and I think that's the main thing.
Once you master Jetpack, then it is kind of the pro vehicle.
Yeah.
You can kind of do anything you want with it.
Yeah, you don't actually get it instantly knocked off either. It seems like it's harder to crash in a jetpack.
Yeah.
But you can get a lot of points. Okay, try and get this thing into reverse. You need a license to drive one of these.
What you're looking for is
There we
A
go. Got
plus
it.
left trigger.
I can't help but notice that I am playing this on a 360 pad, so we are looking for a multi-format release this time around.
We don't know, actually. We're terribly disorganized. We're a very small team.
Please, please bring this to Steam. Trust me, I will sell you so many copies. They will love it.
Well, actually, you might be playing on a PC at the moment. Some of these are PCs, some of those are 360s.
Yeah.
That's just because it's the machines
developments.
that we had in the office.
Of course.
We don't actually have enough of anything else to show it on. You did manage to get to the end of the level.
And I also managed to get the high score, I might add. Not bad for not saying the tutorial, is it? Is there any kind of multiplayer in Joe Danger, the movie?
Well, we don't know what platform we're coming out on, so that kind of depends on platform.
Okay.
We'll definitely have split screen, but for online, it's something we'd love to do, but we'll just see how it works out.
That's awesome. I think we'll do one more level, and we'll wrap this one up right here. How successful was the original Joe Danger for you guys?
For us, it was really successful, far more than we kind of ever anticipated or expected.
That's brilliant to hear. It's such a good game. I know it got a lot of critical acclaim from people that matter, so hopefully that helped.
Yeah, that was cool. I mean, when we released it, we kind of released it because we had run out of money, rather than we thought it was finished. It's a terrible thing to admit to. But people seem to like it, so it's great that we were surprised.
It seemed finished to me. It really did.
This one will probably be the same. We'll just keep doing it until we
you run out of money.
Run out of money.
Yeah, the variety of this one really is what gets me. The original was a lot of fun, but of course, using the same vehicle all the time did get a little bit samey. In this case, you've got so much stuff to do, and even the idea of changing vehicles on the same level is fantastic. Never expected to see anything like that.
I don't know whether that was luck or planning, but it's working out well.
Yeah,
you need to go back and change lanes. So
okay, let's move back just a little bit. There we go.
Forward, up on the left stick. There
Got
you
it.
go. Nice, with your head.
Oh well, we sacrificed ourselves to save the city.
I mean, this is the thing. We're trying to just be more and more like Call of Duty. We've got Skidoos now.
Yeah, definitely.
They're probably going to do minecarts.
Yeah, absolutely. It's manic. That's the best way to describe it. It's completely and totally manic. Ah! And as a result, it's always fun, even if you fail. I never find myself frustrated with the original Joe Danger. I don't find myself frustrated here either. It's just every time you know why you failed, but it's funny.
Yeah, hopefully,
it's one of those
you're angry with yourself rather than the game.
Yeah, exactly. The game does it in a funny way, especially with all of the sort of death animations and the death traps available. Well, I didn't get much speed there, did I? Let's try and fix that. Ah, no. Trying to be a little too clever, I think. These grenades are going to be the death of me.
Quite literally.
Indeed. Okay, so that one was a jump. I think this one's a jump. No, it's a duck. There we go. Red one's duck, blue one's jump. Okay. And that is God knows what.
Yeah, as we've realized over the last few days, demoing to a couple of colorblind players, red and green isn't a good idea for differentiating.
Different shapes, perhaps.
Yeah.
One be a traditional grenade, one be a stick bomb, something along those lines. That might work. I don't know what that is, but it seems very happy.
Nice.
There we go. No big combos this time around, but hey. It's actually quite a lengthy level.
Yeah. And even this is kind of medium length.
It's good to see that there are some also longer endurance levels. But, no, duck. God damn it. It's red. This level is evil. I can imagine someone designed this after having a terrible day. He wanted to inflict pain upon others.
The funny thing is that it's really easy to do if you slow down a little bit. But
where's
you're
the
like
fun in
me.
that?
Yeah. I could never let go of the accelerator.
Yeah, I know exactly how that is. So I think the satisfying thing is once you do nail it, when you're going so fast, it feels great.
This is the reason why I'm never any good at any racing game.
Yeah, I know how that. Why? Right, so that one's a duck. Yeah. Okay. Oh, jumped at the wrong time. So we'll speed up. It's a duck. I will finish this level, and then we will conclude the interview. Yes, there we go. Not a brilliant score, but still second, so that's okay.
Awesome.
Sean, thank you very much. Do you have any idea, sort of a rough idea when this is coming out?
Hopefully sometime at the start of next year.
There you go, folks. Joe Danger, the movie. Keep an eye out for it. We are hoping for a Steam version. If not, hopefully 360 PS3. We'll see how it goes. Keep an eye on the website. Google Joe Danger, and thanks a lot. And I'll see you next time.
Thanks.